Letting go is the superpower. And I realized that's been my biggest constraint pretty much my whole entire life. If you're anything similar to me, you're probably someone who has these massive goals. And because these goals are so big and they mean so much to you, you hold a lot of weight and value and attachment towards them. And the thing is, this can be a double-edged sword, because on one side, you're completely obsessed with something. So it allows you to put in a ton of focus and attention and become better than other people. But on the other side, because there's so much attachment, when it comes time to perform, it's very, very lackluster. And this is something that I probably struggle with genuinely my whole life. I've always realized when it's come to times to perform for things to help achieve the things that I want to do, it rarely goes the way that I want it. And going on the spiritual journey over the last few days and really looking inside me and understanding what is my biggest constraint, what is actually holding me back, I came to the conclusion that it's the fact that I'm way too attached. Right now, I don't want to go too much into a ramble, but in this book called Reality Transurfing, it speaks about something called excess potential, which the best way to describe it is, imagine you're just standing in your house, right? You're just looking at the floor, and then imagine you're standing at the precipice of a cliff, right? In both situations, you're basically doing the exact same thing, but when you're standing off the cliff, all of a sudden everything's changed. One mistake means that you can die. And the reason why I bring that up is just to show that when there's large things at stake, doing things that we are normally used to doing, such as standing, can even become difficult, and we can make stupid mistakes. And it's the same thing in terms of reaching your goals. There's sales calls that you have to take to try and reach a certain goal. The more you attach that weight and that excess potential towards that goal, the worse you're going to perform on them sales calls, which is exactly what was happening to me. When it used to come to role plays and mocks and just the skill in general, so much people used to say, dude, you're really good, blah, 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 blah. Why haven't you reached XYZ? And I used to think the same thing after putting in so much hours of work, effort, time, and feeling like I'm just wasting all of this. Whereas seeing people who probably were in the game for a lot shorter, achieving better results, I really had to think, what am I missing here? What is the key piece that I'm not doing that these people are? And the biggest thing is, they just didn't care as much. Right? And it sounds backwards. It's like the paradox, right? They say be obsessed, be care 24/7 about the thing, but at the same time, if you're attached to the outcome, then that's when all the failure comes. And looking internally, finding out this was my biggest constraint was probably the biggest shift I've had throughout this whole journey, right? Because now I know exactly what I need to work on to solve. So letting go is the biggest superpower you can have in any realm, whether it's competition such as sport, MMA, fighting, sales is probably a massive thing, but just life in general. But yeah.